what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the X-Men Villains 5-pack set of Stryfe, Random, Zero, Vertigo, and Pretty Boy. Not gonna lie, this is a 5-pack that I was on the fence about, but we do get some new characters over here. 4 out of 5 brand new characters, but are they going to be good figures? We shall see. Anyway, the packaging right here is about the same size as the Spider-Man 5-pack right there with the Spider-Man villains, and I like the artwork. It does look pretty good, and there's some weight to this one. Anyway, yeah, it's a 60th anniversary set. That's why you have the 60 on the front right there, and then you can see 3D renders of the 5 characters right there. On the back, you get more 3D renders, and then on this side, you can see some artwork of each of the characters looking pretty sweet. And then you get the 60 years logo on the top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here are all 5 figures out of the packaging. Now, I gotta say, I do like having new characters on the shelf. However, there are some disappointments with this 5-pack set that I will address, but there's also some surprises that I didn't expect. We'll cover all that stuff, but let's go ahead and start with Vertigo. The figure has 2 things going for it, just to get that out of the way. I think the paint apps do look very good on this figure, and I am happy to have a new character. However, I don't think this really represents the character from the comics so well. I don't know. Tell me what you think just based off of these reference images over here. I do like the paint apps. The hair looks really good over here with the green in it and everything, and it does have a little bit of a shadowing thing going on. It does not have a shadowing thing going on. It looked like it for a minute. Those are just natural shadows. I am bummed out that it's a totally reused head sculpt. It's a Sue Storm, just redone. I don't like that at all. And the paint apps do look clean here. Wish they had gone with a newer body mold, of course, you know, but I do like the suit design choice. The green looks mostly pretty solid. There are parts where things don't line up 100% perfectly, as you can see right over there, so that's not clean. We don't have the new double jointed elbows. We don't have the new double jointed knees or pinless double jointed knees. You can see it's just the Kate Bishop body mold, but the swirls mostly look pretty clean. So that, I think, is a plus. But yeah, she doesn't have any accessories. That's also a letdown. This is one of my least favorite figures from this set. They could have just done more with it, like the Havoc effects right here in translucent green. That would have been awesome to see. She does come with a pair of fisted hands to go with the wide open hands. Be careful switching them out, though. I feel like I almost broke one of the pins right here, so yeah, just be wary. The next up we have Zero. Another figure that I'm not really that excited about, but I am happy to add figures to my MLF, not to be confused with the MILF, which I like a lot more than the MLF, you know what I mean. But this new head sculpt right here looks really good. I do like the new head sculpt, and he is a future android weapon, and he's, you know, got that android look. I think the way they sculpted this just looks great. I wish they'd gone with a different body mold. We have the Spider UK body mold, the Sunfire body mold, at least. You know, I would have preferred the Renew Your Vows parts, but yeah, we got all the pins sticking out. No shadowing effect at all throughout on the body, you know, so wish they had done something with that, and I'm just kind of disappointed that they went with this body mold. There's a whole bunch of other bodies that they could have used, particularly, you know, Renew Your Vows, still get peg holes. And you do get a set of flat hands to go along with the set of fisted hands right there, and he does come with his own portal, which does look pretty good, you know, with a little bit of a black effect added to the bottom of it. This one's more yellow, like we see in the books. If you're a Marvel Comics fan and a Transformers fan, isn't he the Astro Train? So I called this right when I saw it, but I feel like this random is too small. For me, anyway. I just remember him being just a lot larger, like strong guy, large, right? Am I confused? But he does change size, so technically, if you wanted to tell yourself this is fine, then I guess you could tell yourself that. For me, I still just wish we had a larger random figure. I do like the head sculpt. I like the paint apps, so the head looks really good and everything. And then, yeah, of course, the body mold choice right here that they used for the maggot, I don't like that. I like the Rage vest, though. The button details look really good along with the zipper detail, so I really like that. You know, paint apps look pretty good. Mostly, there is a gap on this snake tattoo that I saw earlier, but for the most part, the deco is pretty clean. There's the gap right there. Yep. So I knew there was some gappage. And looking at the inside of the arm right there, it doesn't look too bad. So that looks pretty clean on the inside of the arm too. And then you can see the tattoo right over here. And then we have the barbed wire accessory around the arm. And yeah, pinned joints. And they added, you know, his bioplasm gun right here, which does look pretty cool. But again, I just feel like the figure needs to be a whole lot larger. Again, some shadowing effect would be nice. I like the texturing on the belt and on the legs. And the boots look pretty good over here too. So there are cool things about it. I do like the paint apps for all of those buckles. That does look pretty neat. I'd say it's fine, but for me, I'm just bummed out. I just wish he was a lot bigger. And then we have Pretty Boy, which at first, by the promo pics, I thought it looked a lot like Bruce Campbell. But now that I have this in hand, it doesn't really look like Bruce Campbell to me. I think it looks fantastic. I really like the paint apps and everything. Hair sculpt looks really good. I will say I feel like the head is just a little on the large side. It's kind of hard to tell though, because like his body is basically a metal skeleton, but still I feel like the head is just a little bit too big. I do like the flesh tone. I like how this meets right over here with all these cybernetic parts going in underneath the skin. That looks really good. And I love this gunmetal gray throughout. It's really in that plastic. However, there are swirling parts that just stand out really badly on some parts of the figure. But looking at the side right over there, that doesn't look too horrible. There are parts where it really sticks out pretty bad though. On the chest right here, looks pretty solid, and I do like that they have these wires painted right over there. I really like that a lot. You can see this wire coming around the side right here. You can see some marbling on that forearm right there. Then there's looking at the Pretty Boy butt. Oh, that's not. And yeah, you can see the swirling going on in the plastic. Man, I love the sculpt for this thing though. Came out looking so good. Really looks great, and I like the articulation too. We're going to go over that in just a minute, but yeah, this looks freaking awesome. It's the feet that had it really bad. You can see those lines right there cutting right across the feet. That just distracts the hell out of me, you know? I wish the feet were a little bit bigger. It'd make it easier for him to stand sometimes, but, you know, it's got to be in scale, I guess, with the rest of it. Yeah, could still used a little bit more size to those feet. But overall, I'm really happy with the sculpt of this thing. He does come with a set of fisted hands, which is pretty cool, and he does come with his own guns, and you can see, we've seen these before. I don't know why we have green effects parts right over here. You get two of them, and you get the two smoky effect parts right here as well. Oh yeah, big gripe I had right away is getting him to hold his guns was frustrating because they weren't following a true line of sight over here. I did have to heat this up to straighten out the wrist, and it still kind of curves inward in a weird way. So that's like one of my bigger gripes with the figure, is that it has this weird curve going on here. But I was able to manage to mess with it a little bit, but it could still be bothersome sometimes. It would have been nice if Pretty Boy came with extended arm parts. You know, that would have been a nice feature to have on the figure. Okay, Dwight, I didn't know you were going to try so hard to outdo yourself, but you did it. Congratulations. This is a better Stryfe figure than this one right over here. Now, if you don't care that much about Stryfe and you have this one, you can just leave this one on your shelf. Don't have to worry about this one right over here. However, I didn't expect myself to like this figure so much. This is one that I just wasn't that excited for, but the more I was taking pictures of it and looking at it, the happier and happier I got with it. I love the 5 o'clock shadow. The paint on the mouth looks really good. For the eyes, it looks fantastic. Of course, this helmet is way bigger. Looks more comic accurate to me anyway. All those shingled pieces right over there, that looks great. I mean, this was still not bad, you know? Not bad. I was really happy with this for a long time, but whoa, this is better. And this one has the pinless joints that they've changed around here. Now, they do have a lot of reused parts over here. It's not 100% new, but they did update the figure very well. I mean, look at those pinless joints right there. The arms look really good. And then the legs, the metallic blue right there for the lower ab section looks great. Legs look really good right here too. They changed that up a bit. You can see we have the pins sticking out right here. And yeah, they've covered that up and it looks great. Some swirling in the plastic. I don't like the swirling in the plastic. It's not on that side, it's just on the other side. But still, looks ugly whenever you can see it, so I hope they have a way of working on that. I've aired my complaints with the Marvel Hasbro team over this many times, but yeah, the cape is the same. You can't really peel it off or anything. You can see a little bit of the inside right over there. you know, not really too interesting, but still, really cool looking figure. He doesn't come with his sword like the last one did, but he does come with a set of fisted hands that you can see right here, and he does come with that. He does come with a set of open hands as well. So I'm going to pass on doing a thorough articulation segment. You guys have seen these two body molds so many times, but with Zero's new head, you can get it to look up quite a bit. And speaking of head, don't the heads all look a little bit too large, or the new ones? I don't know. I just feel like with Random, Zero, Pretty Boy, and not so much with Stryfe because it's supposed to look all huge, but like the head scale is just a little bit too big. I'm going to move these two aside right over here. Same thing with Vertigo. We know the articulation on her. With all of them, I recommend heating them up a bit before you do so, you know, with the posing and all that. You're going to find a limitation getting him to look up right here with the bandana, so that will get in the way. You can get the head to move down, turn side to side, and then not much head pivoting. It will rock around a little bit. By the way, those glasses look awesome. You can get the arms moving outward. They will move in that much. Rotate a full 360, bicep swivel. Then you have the pinned double jointed elbow that moves in that far, and then it moves in pretty well on this side too. I mean, we're familiar with this maggot figure already. Moves forward and back, and then waist swivel, hips move outward, same upper legs as the maggot figure, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. And then we do have boot rotation over here. Ankles move down, they do move up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. And then we have Stryfe right here. The head will move up a bit, and it does move downward. I do like that these little spikes don't get in the way. You get side-to-side motion and some head pivoting. Arms move outward that much, move in, rotates forward, rotates back, bicep swivel, nice pinless double-jointed elbows. All the hands turn side to side, hinge up and down, ab crunch forward. Whoa, down goes Pretty Boy. Ab crunch backward, waist cut right here, legs move outward, and he kicks forward, back a little bit, upper thigh cut, pinless, double-jointed knees, and then no boot rotation, but the ankles do move down, they move up, and he has the beautiful ankle pivot. These get stiff on me, so yeah, again, heat up your figures before you start posing them around, especially in the cold. I wish we did not have just a ball joint or the dumbbell joint for the head. You can only move upward that much, and you can move the head downward that far. You get side-to-side motion, head pivoting, shoulders move outward very far, inward, rotate a full 360, bicep swivel. Great pinless double jointed elbows. All the hands turn side to side. Oh wait, these ones hinge up and down. These ones do have the horizontal hinge. You have a diaphragm joint up here and good diaphragm pivoting. Crunches forward that much and back that much. Waist cut right there. Hips move outward all the way. And he will kick forward, he will kick back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down, up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out these figures, you can see that Stryfe is standing at about 8 inches tall almost, and then we have Pretty Boy over here, standing just a bit under 7 inches tall. Random, standing right at the 7-inch mark. Zero, standing at 6.5 to 6 3/4 inches tall. Then we have Vertigo standing just a little bit above 6 inches. And for a size comparison, here's Vertigo next to Invisible Woman, and you can see just all exactly the same plastic parts over here, just repainted differently. I could have grabbed this head from a different figure, but I'm sure she had the same exact body mold as this right over here. I mean, what's the likelihood of Vertigo encountering Invisible Woman? I don't think that's ever happened in the books, but still, it would have been nice if Hasbro coughed up the cash to give us a new head sculpt, right? Right. And here's Vertigo next to a couple other Morlocks. We have the Caliban Build-A-Figure, and we have Callisto. Then here's Zero next to the Black Panther figure, utilizing the Vulcan body mold, and then here's Deadpool utilizing the Sunfire body mold. And yeah, this figure could have been on either one of these. I would have preferred the Vulcan body, but that would have been nice, right? But no, well, we got the Spider UK. I keep dreaming up a wave of figures, of characters that don't have any facial features, that are like all on reused body parts. I'm going to call it the shill wave. Then here's Random next to Maggot, and yeah, you can see all the reuse right over there. Then here's Random next to Dark Beast. Then here's Random next to the Build-A-Figure Strong Guy, and just too small for me. I want to know what you think. I'm curious what the comment section is going to say. People will probably say, oh, you're complaining about nothing. That's exactly how he looks in the modern books or whatever. To me, when I think of Random, I think of huge ass dude, like Strong Guy size. maybe you're fine with this, but for me, I am bummed out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Then for fun, I wanted to compare Pretty Boy next to the Silvermane from the Spider-Man 5-pack that came out last year, which I still haven't reviewed. Maybe next week I might review it. Who knows? Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Anyway, you can see that we have some really bright silver on this figure. This one has the gunmetal gray in the plastic, and I think this body is appropriate for Silvermane. You know, at first I thought, oh, they could have switched him, but it's really just his face, like just the head itself. Then here's Pretty Boy next to some of the Reavers. We have the Bone Crusher Build-A-Figure, we have Skullbuster, and we have the Reese head on the Nuke body right over there, and I cannot wait for Hasbro to make the Cole and Mackin Scylla 3-pack. Yeah, they're totally gonna do it. I know it's happening. Plus, we need a big Donald Pierce, right? Big Pierce figure would be nice with the big old purple cape and everything. That'd be nice. Then for a Patreon comparison request, Frecky wanted to see this figure next to the Superman from Mafex Dark Knight Returns, and I thought that was random as hell. Why the heck would you want to see this head over on the Superman figure? He actually asked about the Hush one too, but I think it looks too big on that. When I put the head on this one during the after party, holy crap, that is badass. Oh my god, it actually kind of fits on there. Like, the hole and everything doesn't match, but the way the jawline rests on the neck over here, I know he looks way too ultra buffed, you know, for Superman. It does look a little bit weird, but at the same time, it looks really awesome. Then for the Stryfe comparison, once again, you could see the two of them side by side. Yeah, reusing a lot of parts. I definitely see it. Man, oh, I like that one. And then for the most painful head swapping experience I think I've ever had, you can see there's a little head swap for you guys. I mean, come on, that's obviously the much better head sculpt. Damn, just in case you wanted to put this sword holding hand on this figure, it's not really working out for me. I mean, maybe with a little bit more effort and heat, but man, these pegs don't match, so it just makes the whole thing tricky. And even popping this off, I warn you, that you may break your figure trying to do so. And then here's the new Stryfe figure next to our Marvel Legends Cable, and I think he's looking just a tad bit taller. If you look at the eye line right there, it's just a little bit taller. That's because they got different boots. That's the explanation in my head, right? I mean, they are very, very close in height when you look at the eye lines, though. Then here's all 5 figures next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, it's a lot of bad dudes over here. Whoa, except for her over there with the green hair. Hey, you're not seeing anybody, are you? Whoa, 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 whoa. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully this video, or all these videos, help you in your decisions in making your purchases with these types of figures. I hope they help. Anyway, these figures right here, you know, it's just tough to really judge the whole thing as a whole, because I really love the Pretty Boy figure out of all 5 of them. Like, that's my favorite one out of these. Second, Stryfe. I really like the Stryfe figure. Third, I'd give it to Random. And then 4th and 5th equally, I give it to Zero and Vertigo. So I'm not treating them all the same over here. And in all honesty, this is one where I think unless you want all 5 of these figures, I can't really recommend this set. Like, cherry pick. For me, I am happy to have all 5 of them. Like, I really didn't care to have a new Stryfe, but now that I have this one, I'm happy to have it. So, and I did want those other characters. I knew they were going to reuse older body molds, so I'm not surprised by that. I am as disappointed as I was when I heard about them coming out, you know? So, not surprised, still bummed out though. And at the price point around $125, I'm gonna give this 5-pack set a Sun rating of meh. And I really wish I liked more of the figures on the same level as the Pretty Boy figure. Really, I'm still happy that I like the Stryfe more than I expected to, but yeah, that Random figure, that's the one that really bums me out. And the Spider UK body mold reuse, and the lack of a Shriek body mold reuse for the Vertigo. I mean, there's just a lot of complaints going on over here to make me feel really good about this set. I'd like to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me over on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And if not, I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.